We're live. You didn't hit the intro.
Okay, I'll hit the intro right now. Let's go, guys. Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to the Broncos Buzz on MHRT Network. This is a show that is everything Broncos and brought to you with emotion, passion, honesty, and of course, my comments, Spence's comments, your comments in the chat. We are Broncos Buzz. Well, as you guys can tell, we did not get off to a really good start. That's because this whole week has thrown me off. Okay. I work at the golf course. The normal people, I shouldn't say normal, but our what's the word I'm looking for? You know, the ones who go there all the time, our regulars weren't there on Wednesday. So I kept thinking Wednesday was Thursday. Then the Thursday people weren't there because it was Thanksgiving, and I'm working Thanksgiving, which I normally don't do, and that threw me off. I thought it was Friday. So yesterday I thought I had to do the show, but it was Thanksgiving, so I'm all screwed. Anyways, so you can tell we got off to a really rip-roaring start. But anyways, speaking of Thanksgiving, I hope each and every one of you out there had a fantastic Thanksgiving with your family, friends, whatever you did. I hope it was safe. I hope it was enjoyable. And I hope you guys are really looking forward to tonight's show because I know we're ready to bring it to you. Spence, I'm so glad you're on the show. Tell everybody how soon you got back and how was your Thanksgiving?
So Thanksgiving, at the last possible moment, close to it, my wife decided, hey, let's go to Arizona and visit some family friends. Our former next door neighbor moved to Arizona, so we went and had a good time. We left for Arizona on Tuesday. We left Arizona at a little before 10 o'clock this morning. Just got back in time to get everything together. Yep, smell good. Get the new Christmas tree that my wife set up. Thank you so much, honey, for those on the vertical. There's the little Christmas tree, and it all has plenty of decorations to it, including plenty of Kona beers underneath the tree.
Underneath the tree. Oh my gosh. Well, that's great. I'm glad you had a fantastic Thanksgiving, man. We did too. Like I said, I worked yesterday, got off at 9 in the morning. Son, daughter-in-law, grandkids came over about 3. It was fantastic. We probably had enough food to feed half the neighborhood I live in. It's just so much food, but it was great. If you notice down in the bottom right of the screen, it shows a turkey pulling a wagon or whatever. So just wanted to throw that in there just to remind everybody to have a happy, or hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving and an extended long weekend for those who did not have to work yesterday or today. All right. Let's get to
that's why my beers were a little slow getting to me. The Thanksgiving cart was a little slow.
You got it now. See, that's me pulling the cart, by the way. Although I'm not quite that plump in the front, but hey, whatever. All right. Victory Lap. I'm assuming that's him.
Yep.
Victory Lap says, yo. I said, what's up, Victory Lap? What's happening? Nice to see Doug's Trader 1150. Nice to see. He says, wow. Nice to have you in here. Teresa Willett says hi. I said, how y'all doing? Clinton Brown says, shout out from my dead aunt's. Please, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Oh, hey,
sorry to hear that, man. Not good at all. But anyways, hope your Thanksgiving was good. Anyways, know what else to say. Uncanny Swag says, I'm in Denver too. Well, we're not, but I know this guy, me. I wish I was. I wish I
And Uncanny, I have family who lives all over Denver, been there too many times to know anything from Westminster to Inglewood to Fort Collins to Meeker to Glenwood Springs. Family all over the place, including my parents who are in Montrose watching right now. Happy Thanksgiving, Mom and Dad.
You got to go to work now? Victor Loud says he's heading to work. What the heck, dude?
Hey,
Man.
You know what? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to earn that almighty dollar.
That's it, man. That's it. Well, drive safe. And if you get a chance, keep listening to the show. Really do appreciate it, or watch it or listen to it after you're back home. Madungus, what the heck? He says, plump in the front. Fat lives matter, Bill. Wow. Gets his
okay.
Hang on. That goes back to the neighborhood last Sunday when he had this shirt that said, I don't know, we were talking and something came along where large stomach or whatever, and then he changed it to Fat Lives Matter. It was funny. I thought it was funny at the time. It's pretty good.
This political state does not associate the network with any kind of standings or current.
No, it doesn't associate with our show. Forget the network. Smokey Douglas can say what he wants. Let's see. David Yonkin said, "What's up? What a great game! I'm so happy KC lost." We will definitely get into that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, definitely get into that. Hey, there you go. Uncanny's in Centennial.
Nice, good area. Like it.
There you go, man. There you go. Does anybody in the chat or yourself, Spence, have a favorite rapper?
Oh, I never really got into rap music, but I will tell you this.
I thought he was talking about Christmas rap, rap. Oh, no.
I loved Run DMC. So I'm an 80s music guy. Run DMC.
I like that too.
Great rap group. Clean music.
I like Run DMC too. Did you know Run DMC was with they did a song with
Walk This Way.
Yeah, that's it. That one. Yeah, walk this. Yeah, that that was a good one, man.
Yep.
That was good. Oh yeah. All right, Clinton Brown, thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Subscribe to the channel, so I love it, man.
Cheers to you, Clinton. What's your beer of choice?
Well, his name's Brown, so it could be brown ale.
Hey, we always celebrate it.
Uncanny Swag said Nuggets are on at 7:30. There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
So we'll stay on for at least an hour and a half.
Madungus, we don't use that word on this show.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about Kansas City. Here, I'll play. Here, just for Madungus, I'll play this just for Madungus because he put that up there.
Yeah. But
Sorry,
what do we think about the Dallas Cowboys and the job they did?
What do we think about that? How about this? All right, we're bringing in some fun sound effects, guys. We got to make it happy for everybody. Got to make it happy for everybody. Madungus said he likes Eminem. Are you talking about the Peanuts or the singer?
I think he's kind of trapped. He's a little younger than us, so
I do like that song Ice Ice Baby. I gotta admit. Is that Eminem?
No.
Vanilla Ice. I don't care. Whatever. I don't know. I just like that song. Say what you want. Say what you want about it, but I don't care. There you go. He does not like beer. He likes a nice glass of whiskey.
We respect that. Amen. Cheers to that. We'll do just a little sip.
Love it. David Yonkin said, what's my beer of choice? The one that's open. David Yonkin. David, have you ever seen who's that ventriloquist with oh, come on, it's gonna drive me nuts. Somebody in the chat, I know you know.
Oh, I know who you're talking about with the old man who drank, or the guy from the south who's
oh yeah, Bubba. What's it? Hey, Jeff Dunham. Jeff Dunham. One of his questions to Bubba. He goes, Bubba, what's your favorite beer? And Bubba goes, one that's open. It just cracks me up, man. Oh no, Clinton Brown,
no, get a
my
charger,
phone's about to
quick.
die. Oh, don't do that, man. See, there you go. David Youngkin's on it. Jeff Dunham.
There we go.
That guy's funny as heck, man. Funny as heck. All right. Before we do the whole show with the chat, I got to get to some topics.
We could do the whole show with the chat.
It's at 2%. Come on, man.
Well,
plug that baby in.
Come on.
Hey. Quit saying that C word. You can't say that C word. I'm going to boo you right now, dude. You put that up there. Come on. I know where you're going.
No, I won't.
No, you can't. It's okay.
Hey, you know, I respect them. I look forward to them beating Kansas City again. But, you know, hey.
I might have to root for Kansas City on that one if it helps the Broncos in a better spot.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, the old man, Walter. Walter's funny as heck. I like it when he goes. What is that? That little. That's so good, man.
You know, I'll probably watch one of his shows tonight on
Andrew Means. Andrew Means, thank you so much for being in. Says, I believe the Broncos could be in dynasty mode. Let's get one first. Well, that's true.
I agree. Yeah. No, I agree. They are in dynasty mode.
Clinton Brown, charge your phone. We hope to see you back in here. I should say, energize your phone. I'm not saying the C word. You know, that's my biggest concern right there. I was going to bring that up too. Uncanny Swag says Broncos trap game against the Commanders. That's you know why? The very next game we play is another possible trap game against the Raiders. And then we got the Packers, who just beat the Lions on Thanksgiving. So there's a lot of games the Broncos cannot take off. And I'll mention all of that coming up. So with that said, let's get to the very first topic, which is the headline that says, could the Broncos lose to the Commanders? No. Could the Broncos lose? Could they lose Vance Joseph? What? Mm-hmm. Where's this coming from? Hang on. Here it is. With the Broncos defense playing like the Super Bowl championship team of 2016, Vance Joseph's name has come up. The Tennessee Titans are said to be interested in hiring Vance Joseph as their next head coach, per radio analyst Mark Schlereth. Now, it's not coming from an NFL insider, but it's coming from a very knowledgeable person who, in my opinion, does his homework as well. Let me continue. Schlereth said on Denver Sports 103 The Fan, and I quote, I've heard the Titans a couple of times. It just seems to be a name that was on the tip from a lot of people's tongues around the league. End quote. Wow. Does that mean the Broncos after this season could lose Vance Joseph, who has taken this Broncos defense and elevated it to an elite stat, an elite level, and an elite defense that rivals the defenses of 2015's Broncos and the 1985 Chicago Bears? If he goes to the Titans, what does that do to the Broncos defense heading into 2026 season, Spence?
So there's going to be plenty of opportunities for Vance here, depending on how the Broncos perform in the playoffs. If the Broncos go one and done, who knows? If I'm someone talking to Vance Joseph right now who has his ear, and Tennessee says, we want you to be the head coach, I would take a second, third, and fourth long look at other opportunities. Yes, it's one of the rarest things, one of 32 jobs in the NFL. But do you want to go to the mess that is Tennessee and try to rebuild everything? I mean, it's a great challenge. It's a great situation to try to turn things around. But Vance Joseph has already had one shot and failed. Do you want shot number two on a complete rebuild right now. I would say this, Vance Joseph, take your time. If Tennessee throws gobs of money at you, contract that you cannot refuse that makes you one of the top 5 paid head coaches, okay, then take it. But if they're not throwing the kitchen sink at you, take your time, be patient. Maybe I would say this. If the Broncos get to the AFC Championship game or the Super Bowl, he's probably gone. If they don't make it that far, maybe one more year of seasoning. But I would say this. He most likely, if I had to be wagering if he's going to stay or if he's going to be gone, I think with all the things he has done for the Broncos defense and the recruiting that he has done, he's probably out after this season. It's a tough loss, but you can't hold back someone who's got ability and talent. Now, would he be able to go somewhere, rebuild that defense, and also help the offense? Sometimes your limits are just being the defensive or offensive coordinator. There are several people in the NFL who've done that. Being a head coach takes a lot of patience, multitasking, abilities to problem solve, not just offense or defense, but special teams. You got to deal with head cases. It is a big transition. Is Vance Joseph ready to do it again?
Yeah.
I would say if the right situation comes, but not in Tennessee.
Well, should we play that song? Should I stay or should I go?
Yeah. Should I stay or should I go?
Yeah, true. Everybody wants to know, is PS2 back? Uncanny wants to know as well as everybody. We haven't heard anything definitive yet. And that's because Sean Payton goes and doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything, Spence?
I would say this, that we'll all know. Just watch the NFL Network on Sunday morning, and they'll let you know. But I got a good feeling he's coming back.
I hope so. I hope so. If not this week, I don't know. We got the Commanders the Broncos. We got the Redskins. Commanders this week. Then we got the Raiders in Vegas, and then we have those sneaky Packers in Denver 2 weeks from this Sunday. That's going to be a scary game, considering what they did. I hope
they move that to Sunday night.
That would be sweet.
That would be sweet. But Fox, let's see, who's got the broadcast? Fox has the broadcasting rights for that, since Green Bay's the road team. They might make it their 1 p.m. or 4 p.m. game of the week. So
yeah, which would be okay too.
That's fine with me.
Yeah. Kendall Gilliam is having a problem here. He says, I need to go fund me a pan of oxtails I dropped down the stairs yesterday. That's not a good thing to do. I was on that brown liquor.
Full respect.
Which I don't know whether it's whiskey, bourbon, brown ale. I don't know. Anyways, just wanted to bring that up because that's not a good way to start a Thanksgiving. That is for sure. Ooh, mercy. Oh, and we have a 49er fan who had to bring up the most painful Super Bowl loss in Broncos history. However, she says, or he says, one of two, it says pretty good. That's pretty good. I like to play on words. That's good. Yep. Pretty good. That's good. Love my Niners. They beat the Broncos 55-10 in the Super Bowl, I believe. Yes, you believe correct. She said, I stopped watching at a halftime. I didn't. I watched the entire game. I even watched the celebration of getting the trophy handed to the 49ers. Why? Because that's my team. I figured if they're going down in a heartache of pain, I'm going to be right there with them. Because that's what fans do. They don't turn their back. Just like parents don't turn their back on kids when they do something wrong or something displeasing to a parent. If parents do that, that's wrong. What they should do is go to them, put their arm around and say, okay, what can I do to help you better? As fans, we can't put our arm around the players, but we can sit there and support them like I did. 55-10, it was tough. It was tough to watch. But hey, I even watched, and we even did a neighborhood show when the Broncos were worse than that, 55-10. We lost 70-20 to the Dolphins, and we did me and Madungus did the entire show. Talk about painful.
You want to know something? You never give up. You fight until the end, no matter the score, no matter the situation in life. You always fight until the end. Right. But right way.
Yep, I do like that name though. Pretty good. That's sweet. That is cool. And then followed by an 80, which is obviously that was Jerry Rice's number. Okay. David Youngkin says, if VJ gets a head coaching gig, good for him. We will get 2 third-round picks. Do you believe so?
I don't know if it'll be 2 third-round picks. It might be 1 third round. I don't know the contractual buyout that Vance Jones has. Joseph.
I wonder if this is in relationship to the Vance Joseph possibly going to Tennessee. Mark, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being in chat. Says Walmart Broncos Blue Light Special.
Hey, blue beer. That's the Konas. That is a Blue Light Special.
Gosh, that's hilarious. You guys are good. You guys are really good. Really, really good. And spunky tonight. I like it.
I like it. Bring it up. Keep bringing it, Mark.
That's great, man. That's good stuff.
How about this from Andrew? He's not going, but if he does, we will be great. I agree. But here's the question. If Vance Joseph leaves, is there a mentor of Vance Joseph's who can step up, that is ready to take the reins and take the lead? That is a question we can't answer right now or today, but I don't think the Broncos want to go out and get someone else who's going to revamp the entire defense and confuse things. If there's a mentor who can carry the torch and keep the same defensive schemes, but kind of switch them around, that it's still under the same mantra, then that's what I hope the Broncos are looking forward to.
Yeah, pretty good. Says Greenlaw and Hoofa, whatever his last name is. I just call him. I like what they did. Huff playing well for the Broncos, which we wish we would have resigned Huff. You know what? I am so glad we have those guys. They really are. They're solid. They're playing great. I know Greenlaw was injured there for a while, but hey, if you can get healthy going down the stretch, I mean, I hate to say this, and I don't mean this in a bad way. I hope you guys understand. Hopefully you do too, Spence. Understand. If you're going to get injured earlier in the season so you can come back strong later in the season. I don't want any player to get injured, but if you're going to, just like Joe Burrow, if you guys watch that game against Baltimore, the late game last night, Joe Burrow hadn't played, I think they said, in 8 weeks, 7 weeks, something like that. He comes back. It looks like he didn't miss a beat. That guy was throwing darts into Jamar Chase. I mean, he was just playing lights out. Just incredibly great game. He ended up getting MVP of that game and walked out for some John Madden thing. Whatever. Is that what it was?
Yeah, all the networks celebrate Madden on Thanksgiving,
right.
So they all have the Madden leg.
The Madden leg.
But think about this. Look at Cincinnati's schedule. If Baltimore and Pittsburgh mess up one more game, the Cincinnati Bengals could, in theory, control their own destiny for the AFC North.
Yeah.
Seriously. It's a possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. See, you know what? This is a great point. You know, we're talking about Vance Joseph possibly going to the Titans. Listen to this. Pretty good. Says, ask the Lions what losing a good coordinator means. Yeah. There you go.
You know what? Bill and I were just talking about this before the show. Look at the top 4 teams from last year, the AFC NFC Championship. You had KC and Buffalo, Philadelphia and Washington. Where are they now? KC is not in the playoffs. They got to win out. Probably not going to happen. Buffalo, everybody thought Buffalo would be the number 1 seed, but they have that brutal schedule, and they have losses to the Patriots already. Buffalo is 1 game away from being out of the playoffs. Washington, unfortunately, the sophomore slump for Jaden Daniels and the rest of the team. Philadelphia, yeah, they still control their own destiny in the NFC East, but after playing the Bears today, do you think they look like a Super Bowl contender? No. So it's interesting. And look at the top teams now in both the AFC and the NFC. New England playing on a 3rd, 4th place schedule. Denver playing on a 3rd place schedule. Go to the NFC. The Rams playing on a 3rd place schedule. The Chicago Bears playing on a 4th place schedule. These teams who took the first step for their defense, for their team is defense. New England got all assets, got a great quarterback.
Well, they also got a head coach that knows how to win.
Good head coach who knows how to win. Those are what these 4 teams need. It's as though the mojo from last year's top 4 teams switched over to these guys who are up and coming. And it's going to be a great run in these playoffs. You've got top teams who haven't been there in a while. Let's see if they can continue that mojo. And you got teams who were known to be big teams, who were going to be leaders, who were the top dogs, who are going to probably be fighting for wild cards. Let's see if they can go through the wild card round. This is going to be a fun playoff, one way or another.
Yeah. Victory Lab says, I need a drink and I haven't even started my shift.
Here, wait a minute. Victory Lap, taking a beer from under the Christmas tree.
Oh,
there you are.
Gosh.
That's for you.
That's hilarious, dude. So funny. New person in the chat says, Shivergas? Shivergas, right?
Shivergas.
There you go. How about 1535? I'm so happy Kansas City Chiefs lost yesterday. I am too. We will get into that. Absolutely. Guys, stick around. We got a lot of good topics, man. A lot of good topics. A lot of different directions. Not just all Broncos.
Yeah, we're all happy that the Swifties lost yesterday, except my daughter, who's a huge Swiftie fan. So, sorry, Jojo.
Yeah. Yep.
This is an interesting comment. I like the NFL post salary cap when there wasn't a salary cap and no parity. Most of the games and playoffs were lopsided, even though it was my team that benefited. Welcome to business of trying to make all 32 teams know that as soon as the season starts, you got a shot. It's not the Dallas Cowboys and San Francisco and then everybody else down here. No, I like salary cap. You can make arguments one way or another. Oh, it's good. It's bad. Doesn't allow it allows parity, which I think is what makes the NFL so good, is that it's hard to be a New England Patriots where you're winning the division every year. It's really hard for Kansas City to maintain that longevity. I mean, they've won the last 9 years of the AFC West. It's going to come to an end this year. Yes. But it's really tough to maintain that type of level of stability. I mean, look at Washington last year in the NFC Championship game. We thought they would be up and coming, that they were going to take off this year, take the next step. Detroit, I think it was, who was it? Kendall, who might have mentioned that. Look at Detroit, 15-2 last year. Had all that momentum, had all that mojo. They're not in right now as the standings are, they're not in the playoffs. So how quickly this is what makes parity so unique in the NFL. If you're not a fan of one single team, you love the NFL because on any given Sunday, you're going to see something interesting. Like yesterday, any given Thursday, you'll see 3 underdogs win.
There you go. There you go. Pretty good. Followed up by saying, going to be cool to see new teams in the dance. No Chiefs, no Ravens, and no Lions. Very possible. There you go. That's what we're talking about.
That's the parody, which, hey, great topic there. Shibragas. I know we'll mispronounce it.
Yeah, we will. We always do. We don't try to, but we do. All right. Couple of signings. Should not say signings. Couple of contract extensions. We'll start out with a very controversial one that the Broncos extended only because of some lack of production at the center position. So people were kind of upset in Broncos country. The Denver Broncos want to keep the offensive line together. So they have signed center Luke Wattenberg.
Yep.
1 year?
Nope. Nope.
3?
Nope.
4-year, $48 million contract extension per 9 News Denver. The contract has $27 million guaranteed. Holy smokes. Now, is Luke Wattenberg going to perform like Nick Benito has when he got his extension and just elevated his game? Or is Luke Wattenberg going to do what a lot of players do, unfortunately, and that is decline? Stay the same or decline. That's what's scary, because Wattenberg scares me as a center. He really does. He hasn't done well. He snapped the ball. Sometimes he's missnapped the ball. He's gotten false starts. He's done all things to not be consistently productive. He's been a lot of times been consistently unproductive. And that's bothersome. And then they award him with a 4-year, $48 million contract with $27 million guaranteed. Holy smokes! What kind of a message is that sending to the Bronco faithful, Bronco fans, Broncos country? Or is it something that we don't see behind the scenes that makes him valuable?
Thank you. You want us from an external perspective. I get frustrated sometimes watching him at center. It just seems like I don't know, to you guys, it seems like he's a half a step off with his blocks, with his calls. Just externally. Internally, there must be something that we don't see that makes him very valuable to this line, because you got the guards and the tackles. I mean, Bill, we were talking on the text thread. You said someone was having a Pro Bowl year. Who was that?
Pro Bowl year?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Our tackle.
Bulls?
Yeah, Bulls. Hadn't had any flags, any penalties. He's playing.
See, that's my point. That's my point. A couple of 2 or 3 years ago, Bulls was the laughing stock of the Broncos offensive line. Exactly. It was instead of Garrett Bowles, it was Garrett Holds.
Exactly.
Holding. And now he's had one of the best seasons ever. Is that going to be Wattenberg? And wait a minute, didn't Bowles get a contract extension?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Now, again, Bowles got a contract extension, elevated his game. Nick Benito got a contract extension, elevated his game. And let's hope Wattenberg does exactly the same thing. Somebody's got to be in these guys' ears to make them better after they get contract extensions.
The only thing about Wattenberg that worries me is that he's going to get hit. He's got his contract extension, and is the coaching aspect going to improve while the play on the field is running between the tackles and in the 3-hole and the 5-hole and the 7-hole has been good. On the 1 and the 2-hole next to the runs up the middle have been so. I think I understand what the Broncos are trying to do. They are trying to get stability.
Oh, hold on a second. This is good before you continue, because they got to go. Pretty Good says, got to run, guys. Good luck this year. You're my favorite to go to the Super Bowl this year and definitely have the defense to win. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for being in the chat. And you know what? I'll tell you what. That 49ers team that beat the Broncos 55-10. I don't care if we played that same team in a best of 5. I don't think Denver wins it. You guys had Jerry Rice, you had Joe Montana, and you guys had everything. So congratulations to that championship year. Thanks so much for being in the chat. Really do appreciate it. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Take care.
And I would just say this. There is a possibility we could see each other again in the Super Bowl this year. The Broncos look good in the AFC.
Hey, and the game is in San Francisco area.
In San Francisco. Here's the thing: San Francisco's 8-4, and they have a win at the Rams. So they have proven they can go to SoFi Stadium and beat the Rams. So if that defense can hold up and the offense doesn't make mistakes, the 49ers, they've got a shot to do some damage here in the playoffs. I mean, you've got 3 NFC West teams who could potentially do damage in the NFC playoffs. So interesting. It's interesting. I make this comment all the time that the media doesn't realize football exists west of the Mississippi River. Look at the NFC. The West is dominating. Look at the AFC. The Broncos are leading the way. Chargers are right there.
Colts are west of the Mississippi.
Huh?
Aren't the Colts west of Mississippi?
No.
Oh.
Yes, the state of Indiana is east of the Mississippi River. Thank you, Kona Christmas tree.
Yeah, well, you know. Anyway,
geography was your strong suit.
No.
Okay.
We do have a Chief fan in the house. It's okay. Jackie MLB says, "Go Chiefs." That's fine. That's very fine. We will meet you guys once again in Kansas City on Christmas evening. So that'll be interesting. Hey, you know what? We respect the Chiefs too. I mean, you have to when you've won the division 9 straight years. So, I mean, what else can you say? I mean,
and I will say this, Jackie. I've said this many times on the program. My one dream in football is to have all 4 AFC West teams make the playoffs. Thought it might happen this year. I was questionable about the Raiders. Hope the Chiefs can get there and do some damage. But you know what? Because I live in a household, I'll tell you this. I've got my wife, my 2 kids. Everybody here is a fan of a different AFC West team. I'm a huge Denver Bronco fan. My son's a Charger fan. My wife grew up as a Raider fan. My daughter, because of Taylor Swift, is a huge
your wife, Raider fan.
Raider fan, yeah.
Where was she born?
In Venice, California.
I didn't near Oakland.
I know, but she's a Raider.
I was gonna play the sound effect, but I think she's too much of a sweet lady. I can't do that.
Okay.
Can't do it. She's too nice. Cairo 232 says the only team that can beat the 49ers that beat the Broncos in the Super Bowl was the G-Man under Parcells. Yeah, we got beat by the Giants too. That was the year Phil Simms went 22 completions out of 25. Holy smokes, man.
Yep.
That was insane. Cairo says it's not the Colts, it's the Stilts. And yes, it's spelled that way to make it past the YouTube filter.
Touche.
I'm not going to reverse the L and the I. If you guys want to reverse it and say it to yourself, you can. But I'm not going to. These people try and get me to slip up, and you guys are getting really, really close. You're getting really good at it. That's not nice, David Yarkin. That's not nice. that person's that person who is it? That was Jackie. That's a new person in the chat. So,
Yeah.
but it's okay. It says go Chiefs. That's right. Straight home. Well,
No, come on.
we understand where you're coming from, but no, we respect everybody. And remember, guys, okay? Please remember this. All we can do is cheer for our favorite team. We cannot change any of the outcome. We cannot physically jump on the field and make our favorite team better. All we can do is cheer. And if they win, great, makes us feel good. If they lose, hey, you know what? We're still going to wake up tomorrow, hopefully. Cairo said, dang it, Bill, it's Chiefs this or Bolts this with you. Isn't come on this a Broncos podcast. What?
Let me translate. Damn it, Bill, it's Chiefs this, Colts that, Bolts this, Bolts that. Isn't this a Broncos podcast, bleep?
It is a Broncos podcast, but we bring in all kinds of topics, as you will see as we continue on, if we ever get there. Yes, you will definitely see we bring in a lot of topics. We even have a Jackass of the Week. Whoo, this is a doozy, guys. This one is a doozy. Doesn't even come from the NFL, but it's a doozy. Wolf Baby says,
baby oil.
That's a tough family dynamic dog. What is a tough family?
No, it's a tough. That's a tough family dynamic. Pause. Dog. Yes, I know. It's a tough dynamic having everybody in the house be for a different AFC West team.
You know, I told you it's been a tough week for me, man. Been a tough week because I've been thrown off at the golf course. I have no idea what day it is. I thought yesterday was Friday, and then I learned that it was actually Thursday, and I got off work early, which I never do.
Bill, I got to get another beer from under the Christmas tree for you. So here's another Kona coming your way.
Sweet.
Oh, hang on. Mom's texting. Let's see what she says.
What did she say? Speaking of Mom, you got something you need to open, don't you?
Yes. Oh, Mom. That's right. Mom told me last time she sent something, it was old Broncos tickets from 1971.
And the price was like $3.
All right.
That's crazy.
So Mom told me, make sure you open it on the show. All right, Mom. I'm doing it.
We know she's watching.
What
is it?
It's an Elk Broncos hat.
Oh, let me see what that's sweet. What's it say on the front? Hold it up to Bronco. That's it. Oh, sweet. Oh, that is nice, dude.
So
Mom, she lives in Colorado. That's sweet. Nice.
There we go.
That's perfect, man.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Mom. Or Spencer's mom. That's awesome.
And Mom said, make sure you remind the audience who turned you on to the Broncos, your beloved Uncle John. Yes, my Uncle John turned me on to the Broncos, took me to one of my first football games. I always remember because it was in December of 1985 when I went up to visit Uncle John for my Christmas break. And my uncle had two tickets to the Chargers Broncos game. And my mom said, don't you dare, John, take Spencer to that game. And he just looked at me and said, we're still going. It was a monster snowstorm. We had so much fun. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
Had to defy you. Older brother gets priority.
Sorry. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. David Yonkins said, it's been tough on me since 1795. I'm not quite that old, but thank you for thinking of me.
Bill had to notarize the Bill of Rights.
Cairo 232 says, Bill, thinking that Turkey Day was Friday, I guess my dementia is kicking in hard. I hope I don't have dementia. My mom passed away from Alzheimer's. I definitely don't want that.
Beermentia.
Hey, new person in the chat right now. Grant, Brad,
Brad
Hyro Goyen.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's good. I'll just say Brad. Greetings, fellows Broncos fans. I have a question for you regarding the Commanders game coming up. Will PS2 play? Because I hear yes. I haven't heard anything definitive, but it sure is leaning towards that way. Yes, it is leaning that way, but I have not heard anything definitively. Cairo 232 suspense. Rephrasing that, you should not be saying your uncle turns you on.
Okay. Cairo,
Look at you, made him speechless.
Is kicking in, all right. By the way,
that
Cairo,
is classic.
Yep. Cairo, how was your Thanksgiving? Hope everything went well with you guys.
That's classic, man. Cairo confirms it, says PS2 is a go. He was at full practice this week. Awesome. Totally awesome.
You'll find out, just watch the NFL Network. Usually it's around 8:30, 8:45 Pacific Standard Time where they come out with the injury updates for all the big games. So that's when you'll probably officially know that he's a go.
Cairo said he had a good Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Right. Now, speaking of good, nice segue, huh? There is another Broncos extension. This one to a defensive player.
Yes.
Malcolm Roach and the Denver Broncos have extended his contract to a 3-year, $29 million deal. Terms of any guaranteed money was not disclosed. Do you have any update on that as to whether there's anything else?
No, they're numb is the word on that one. They want to keep that one quiet and private. David Yonkin, enjoy. Thank you for being a part of the show.
Thank you again. Thanks, David, again for being a member of the MHRT network. Appreciate it.
So I would say this: Malcolm Roach, 3-year, $29 million, good value. He's basically signed for $9.3 million a year, or nine. No, I'm not doing my math right. 9.667 million a year for 3 years. Good value to help the team. I think he realized this. Yes, he could go out on the open market and probably get more money, but do you want to develop legacy, which gets you more money down the road, or do you want to take more money for the short term and take a risk for the long term? Good choice, good decision by both sides.
Yep. Brad says he's been a lifelong Broncos fan since Elway won his first Super Bowl, so that would be in 1977.
No, that was
1997.
1997,
97 season.
Yeah,
I've been a Bronco fan since 1976.
Don't you mean 1776?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot it was a Declaration of Independence. Well, you guys don't think I'm way over the hill or what?
Hang on. Keep my DC's name out of your mouth. Really?
That's Chris Gonzalez talking about defensive coordinator Vance Joseph.
Yep.
Probably doesn't want Vance Joseph to go anywhere, and neither do we. I know I don't.
We don't, but Chris, if as I said earlier, if the opportunity comes up,
don't listen to him, Chris. Don't listen.
No, but let's just say this. I'm going to throw a hypothetical out there. Say, for example, God, I'm just trying to pick a team and not try. Baltimore, for some reason, decides to fire their head coach because
that would be Harbaugh.
I'm just hypothetical. They've got a great quarterback, a good resources at wide receiver. They've got good resources at defense. For some reason, if they decide to fire Harbaugh and come to Vance Joseph and say, take it over, that's an opportunity.
I am going to throw a wrench into that comment.
Go throw it.
Here's the wrench. Who is the head coach of the New England Patriots?
The
It
former
is
Tennessee Titan.
exactly, and Tennessee has fallen off the absolute cliff since he left. They
Mhm.
look horrible. So coaching does have something to do with it.
Oh,
losing
yeah.
losing a coordinator, losing a head coach, losing that continuity, losing that familiarity, stuff like that does have a huge impact. It really does. And I mean, look at go to who was the Broncos defensive coordinator when we won Super Bowl 50? Wade Phillips.
Wade Phillips.
When Wade Phillips was the Broncos defensive coordinator, back when the Broncos won the Super Bowls under Elway, wasn't he a defensive coordinator? No, wait a minute. Who was it? Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, okay, you take Wade Phillips was not the defensive coordinator of the Broncos prior to 2016. I think he was somewhere else, Buffalo Bills or somewhere. Anyways, he came back under Kubiak when Kubiak took over the head coaching job that 1 year. And what? Why are you going like this?
No, I'm saying no to my mom.
Oh.
She made a comment that I'm not saying online.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
You can paraphrase it.
Didn't your Uncle John take you to some place you had to be at least 18 or over and mature to go to at age 16?
Got it. We all know where that is. Okay.
Thank
anyways, Wade Phillips was the defensive coordinator under Gary Kubiak when the Broncos won Super Bowl 50. Now, Gary Kubiak was also the backup quarterback when John Elway was the quarterback for the Broncos in those Super Bowl runs. So what I'm trying to say is when you have that consistency and that continuity, that means everything. You remove Wade Phillips after Super Bowl 50, you remove Gary Kubiak due to health reasons after Super Bowl 50, what happened to the Broncos? There you go. That's what I'm saying. So that has a lot to do with it. So I don't want to lose Vance Joseph. We got something great happening right now.
I don't, but if there's an opportunity that has established.
There you go.
Yeah.
Chris Gonzalez says the Walton Penner ownership group will pay that man, meaning Vance Joseph, to stay. I sure hope so. But if Joseph wants that one more shot.
Right. But that's where I use the example, not that it's going to happen in Baltimore of Harbaugh, but use that example. A team who has valuable assets on both sides of the ball, and Vance Joseph has the opportunity to come in and really take them to the next level.
Well, in my opinion, the only reason why you use Baltimore is because they've been sucking this year.
I know, but that's just an example. It usually there's always one firing that happens at the end of the season that we just went, what? Why?
Yep. Brad just nailed it. Brad nailed it right there. And I was thinking the same thing, but hadn't said it yet. Brad says Vance Joseph already tried to be a head coach in Denver as well.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work. He needs to stay in Denver as our defensive coordinator. He's doing a phenomenal job with our defensive line. So I honestly believe that Vance Joseph is staying. Let's hope so.
And as I mentioned before, you get to this level in the NFL that your height and your ceiling is being an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator. To take that next step to the head coach means you're taking on a leadership role that encompasses both offense, defense, special teams, player misconduct, player attitude. You have to get into everybody's head. You have to have a willpower and a strength that goes above and beyond. It's okay that your summit of your abilities is as a coordinator. You still can get paid well and still do well in the NFL. But it takes a different mantra to become a head coach and to take that next step from being a coordinator to a head coach where you're taking over not just one aspect of a team, but the multicultural aspect of an entire NFL team, not just the players on your team, but you've got to deal with the front office and the business acumen aspect of it. Taking that jump to a head coach takes a certain type of craft and attitude and behavior. That's why there's only 32 of these precious jobs amongst in this world.
Yeah. Bob Pryor, Bob Pryor, new person in the chat, says, "Are you boys scared of the Commanders?"
No.
No. But I will say this: I'm not scared of the Commanders. I'm a little fearful of it being a trap game for the Broncos.
Yeah.
That's what I'm fearful of. The Broncos taking the Commanders lightly. Why? Because they don't have Jaden Daniels. They don't have Jaden Daniels quarterback. It's going to be Marcus Mariota because Daniels is injured. So I'm not scared of the Commanders per se. I'm nervous or a little concerned about the Broncos taking this game too lightly. It's prime time. It's the only game on at 5:00 at night on Sunday night. And if the Broncos don't take this game seriously, in my opinion, if they don't take this game seriously, they're not taking winning the division seriously because they got to win these kind of games. Next week, after this Sunday, next week is against the Raiders. They have to take that game seriously because then you got the Packers, and then you got the Jaguars, and then you got the Chiefs, and then you got the Chargers. You got to take these games seriously right now, and you got to seize the moment. If they don't, then in my opinion, they're not taking winning the division and being possibly the number one seed in the AFC West, or AFC, I should say, seriously. That bothers me. We'll see what kind of team shows up Sunday night.
Yep, and we missed one earlier from a newbie. Mike O, 75, thank you so much. Do you think that we have enough depth at running back? It's a concern. I mean, yes, we've got running backs, but do we have quality running backs who are going to be able to take the ball and run it 10, 15, 20 times for 80 to 100 yards? I like RJ Harvey, but I just don't like when he sees that the hole's not there and tries to bounce it outside and run fast around these guys and loses more yards than trying to go up into a hole. So this is where we need our running back coach to show video to these guys and teach them the play that we have and the hole that you have between the tackles. Go for it. Don't try to bounce outside because the speed jump bouncing outside has not been working.
Yeah. Wow. The chat is really, really engaging tonight. I love it. I love it. Cairo 232 says, I agree. Vance Joseph needs to stay because look at the type of teams that are always in running for the playoffs or Super Bowl. It's keeping personnel, like we said, and coaches and fighting not to have high turnover. There you go. That's exact. Look what the Broncos did from 2015 to 20. When did we hire? This is second year or third year for Sean Payton.
Third year.
Okay. So from 2015 to 2022 or 2023, 2023, the Broncos had so many turnovers in personnel, in players, in coaches, in head coaches, in even in ownership was turned over. Yeah. I mean, so much turnover in a very short time. I totally agree with Cairo. You cannot constantly do this and expect to have winning teams. It just doesn't work. It absolutely doesn't work. Look at the teams that are. Brad says, I completely agree with you on this. I feel the exact same way. By the way, I just subscribed to your channel. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
For you,
really do appreciate it, Brad.
The beer.
It's apple juice. He couldn't do that with effervescence. No way.
Oh, yes, I can. I've told you the story how I got trained by the fox.
I know. Hey, thanks so much, Brad. Really do appreciate it, man. Really do.
Oh, we forgot one from Dwayne. Welcome to the show, Dwayne. Broncos going to smack the Commanders.
I like this one as well. Cairo says, I'd be more scared of the commies. If Daniels was playing. Oh, my gosh. You guys are too good.
Oh, we got a
chat.
new player to the chat. Jeffrey Figures. Oh, Figueroa 6187. Gold Giants.
No, go Giants.
It says gold.
I know, but you got to understand typing. What?
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Yeah. Remind me what happened when our team played your team. Yes, we came.
But you know what he can say? How about Super Bowl, whatever year it was, Phil Simms 22 of 25.
Okay.
You got to go back to when it stings, dude.
Hey, right. You want to know something? That's the past. We're in this year, 2025. We beat the Giants this year.
Oh, that's right. Raider fans always go back to 1895 when they won a Super Bowl, huh?
Right. Yes.
God, that seems how long? When was that? 1980.
When the Raiders last won a Super Bowl?
1981. Hang on.
What? Raiders won 3 Super Bowls in the 80s.
No, I know, but the one with John Madden, because that's what they were talking about.
1976 against Minnesota at the Rose Bowl.
It was?
I believe that was the last one.
It was against the Vikings. You're right. That's that decade the Vikings went to 4 Super Bowls and lost. Just like the Bills went to 4 Super Bowls in the 90s, and Bills went 4 straight. At least the Vikings didn't go 4 straight. Okay. You guys are blowing this thing up, man. You guys are great, man. You guys are great. Oh, it's 83. New person in the chat says Rick Nichols says it was 1983.
83 was when the Raiders beat the Redskins in Tampa Bay, I believe.
And it was the Redskins, guys. Don't get offended.
Yep. So, anyways, thank you for that, Rich Nichols. Appreciate that.
Jeffrey Figueroa says, I'm just trolling people. I'm a Patriots fan. My brothers are a Giants fan. Hey, Patriots are doing good. I gotta say that Drake May, and your head coach, guy, he came from the Titans.
Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel. That guy has really turned that Patriots team around, man. And I can't say enough about Drake May.
Maine's got a chance to win the MVP over the next 3 weeks. Yeah, he's got kind of a walkover game this week, but then he goes against the Bills again and against the Ravens. Now,
Ravens haven't done anything, man.
But
they just lost to the Bengals at home.
I know, but the thing with the Ravens is they always have that potential. But they shot themselves in the foot last night with 5 of the worst, ugliest turnovers possible against the worst defense. They made the Bungles look like the Bengals of the late 80s.
Do you know the Bengals are the only team, and I'm just throwing this out there because you mentioned the Bengals are the only team in NFL history to have gone to at least 2 Super Bowls and played the same team both times.
That is correct.
That's the only team. Now the Broncos played the Cowboys, the Giants, the 49ers, the Redskins. It was the Redskins. And Seahawks.
No.
And Carolina.
Not the Seahawks.
Yeah, we played the Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
We played the Falcons.
And we played the Seahawks. We lost to them in Super Bowl 48. Remember when Russell Wilson freaking beat us in that?
Oh, that is right. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry. You know, I can't, anything involving Russell Wilson, I have a memory lapse. Just, I sorry. Now you make me, sorry. I got to open another beer. You did that? Not Russell Wilson.
Look at, I'm sorry, guys. Spencer's having a serious meltdown. It's okay. This happens from time to time. Every now and then I throw the W word out, and it doesn't mean win, but it has a W-I.
Oh, Bo Nix and beer.
so he has a little issue. So just bear with us, guys.
Yeah, I have an essential tremor thanks to Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he has. I don't bring it up often because I'm very fearful that his wife is going to be left without a husband. So
Oh no,
I
come on.
tread
I mean,
lightly.
let's see. Pulse is good. Yeah, that's good. I'm fine.
Uh, let's see. Cairo says he will wait for the Ravens game and the Finns, meaning the Dolphins, game to see if May is a thing because he is playing versus the S teams of the NFL outside of the Bills. So pump the brakes a bit on Drake May. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, you gotta play who's on your schedule. You can't say, well, they're not playing the Packers or they're not playing the Broncos or they're not playing, the Rams. It doesn't matter. You got to win the games and play the games that are on your schedule. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Parity in the NFL is real, and we like that. Hey, Cooper, Allison, what's going on? Glad to see you. So, I mean, as of right now, Drake May is lighting it up. That's all I can say. Drake May is doing a great job against the teams that are on the schedule that they're playing. That's all I'm saying. We'll find out how he plays and how the team plays down the stretch. Excuse me. This is a home stretch. Like I heard Tom Brady say yesterday on one of the broadcasts. Tom Brady said that he always looked, when he played, he always looked to Thanksgiving Day, whether they played on Thanksgiving Day or they did not. That was the week where he said the playoffs, mentally as a team, that's when the playoff focus starts. If you're contending in the playoff, if you're close to being in the playoffs, that's your mindset. You've got to play playoff mentality football for the last 6 weeks of the season. Well, back then it was 5 weeks. Now it's 6 weeks because of 17-game schedule. So that being said, that's where the Broncos are now. We're in a playoff mentality-minded state. But are the Broncos as a team in a playoff minded state? We will find out Sunday night. But before then, and I know we got a lot of people in the chat, and we'll get to it, but we got to keep moving. Before then, we are going to do this week's. You ready, guys? Hang on.
Let's do it.
Hang on. I got to get to this, man. Oh, hang on. I got it. This week's Jackass of the Week.
They're coming.
You suck, you jackass.
Yeah, we threw a new wrench into that. We kind of like that one a little bit. All right. This is crazy. I got to read some of this I have on my phone because it's just too much to write down. This is absolutely mind-boggling. All right, here we go. Last Monday, the Georgia Bulldogs released offensive lineman Nair Daniels after he was arrested for multiple felonies and misdemeanor charges. He fled the law, and his mother was also charged with a felony and 5 misdemeanors. Oh, it gets good, guys. I mean, good in a bad way. Here we go. Daniel's charges are as follows: fleeing or attempting to elude police officers, affixing materials too dark beyond recognition inside the windows, 2 counts of second-degree cruelty to children. He also faces reckless driving as well as driving through no passing zones. Georgia's athletic director said, and I quote, "I have not talked to him or his family, but he'll no longer be with us on this team going further." 19 years old, guys. 19. Listen to this. This is ridiculous. This is beyond believable. Unbelievable. Daniels, 19, faces more than a dozen criminal charges, including 2 felony counts of second-degree cruelty to children and 2 felonies of fleeing or attempting to flee police. We already mentioned that. Daniels' 2 younger siblings were in the car at the time of the chase. Oh, look at the little guy. Okay, listen to this now. The chase began last Sunday morning, when a Commerce police officer, this is in Georgia, Commerce police officer attempted to stop a gray Nissan Rogue driven by Daniels' mother,
Oh gosh.
Brandy Canada Green, for running a stop sign. Okay, she ran the stop sign. Then just pull over and take the fine, right? At the same time, following behind his mom, the white BMW driven by Daniels sped by the officer at 100+ miles an hour in a 25-mile-per-hour zone. Okay? Kanata Green allegedly turned and blocked the police officer from joining the pursuit. And officers eventually lost sight of the vehicle, which reportedly reached excess 150 miles per hour on U.S. Interstate 85. Are you freaking kidding me? When officers learned the driver was a Georgia football player, they contacted the Bulldogs coaching staff and encouraged help in finding him. Says the athletic director of hang on, let me back up a little quick. An athletic department official then brought Daniels to Commerce. He got him, told him to turn himself in, brought him to Commerce, where he later turned himself into place. An officer claimed immediately smelling odor of very strong marijuana. Okay. Georgia football athletic has said, we are aware, and I quote, we are aware of the charges and are currently in the process of gathering additional information. This is a pending legal matter, and we will not have any further comment at this time. That guy's career is done. And his mom is a felon to boot, because she tried to block.
I mean, your son has all the potential in the world, has a scholarship to one of the top football programs in America. He has a chance at a professional football career. He has a chance to get an education. He has a chance to do something better with himself. He has a chance to help the family out. And you take him away from that to commit felony crimes. What does that teach to this young boy and the children who were also in the car? Mm-hmm. Does this tell them that crime pays? Mm-hmm. No. In a matter of one decision, because the mother thought she knew best, because she thought, oh, we'll just do this one. We'll just do this. We will never get caught. Everything's going to be fine. You just now, to the mother, I won't say the name, you just put your 3 children into a position that they're going to have to fight really hard just to get back to normalcy in their life. I mean, a mother doing that shows how little respect she has for her son. Her son, who is in Georgia on a scholarship, he had NIL bonuses, he had education, he had potential for making it into the pros. He had gifts, he had talent. That's gone. One choice you as the mother made for your son. Yes, you raised him. You put him in that position. You sacrificed so much. Why could you not sacrifice more to keep your son level-headed? Mm-hmm. Now you've turned him into a career criminal. What path he takes now, that's up to you guys to decide. But as a mother, as a parent, to do that to your children. I've got a 10-year-old son. You guys have seen it, this on the program. I would never, ever think about putting him in this situation that he'd have to commit a crime to help this family. He's got gifts. He's got talents. He has an arm. He is pitching lights out at age 10 in an age group above him. I would never do that. But this mother thought more about her than her children. I'm done. I don't want to talk about this topic ever again or give them.
Well, not that topic, but we're going to have more Jackass of the Week because that's just what happens in sports.
Yeah.
It just, unfortunately. The only thing I'm going to say about this is, what were you doing when you were 19, Spence?
At age 19, I was at Loyola Marymount working on my education and working to meet a few girls.
Did you ever decide to smoke marijuana heavily and elude police officers when you had two children in your car and go down the freeway about 100 to 150 mile an hour?
Never.
No, you didn't think about doing that?
Never.
Oh, okay. Just wondered. 19 years old, I was engaged to actually, did I get married? When I get married, 20. I got married 22. So I was engaged to my first wife at 19. Doing well, working in different jobs, and no, I never thought about doing that either. Just saying. Some of these guys, I don't get it. They have the whole world at their fingertips. They have everything right there, all the talent in the world, and they just lose it. I don't get it.
You know what, Jerry? I've got a question for you. Guy on the left can't talk. Yes, he can. He can talk.
I talk a lot. Believe me, I just do.
He's drunk. No, he's not.
No, not.
Guy on the left is drunk. You know what, Jerry?
No, I'm not.
I will tell you this, Jerry. Is your left to right or right to left? You know what? We know our limits. I know my limit. And we'll never get to that point.
That's not what this show's about. By the way, just in case you guys want to know what the actual meaning of the word buzz for the Broncos buzz, it means the talk show buzz. The buzz of, hey, what's the buzzword out there? What's the latest buzz about the Broncos? You hear it all the time. You hear about, hey, like there's here in LA County, there in the morning on I think it's KTLA 5 or something. They call it the breakfast buzz. They're not. I mean, it could mean caffeine, which is a buzz. I mean, there are double meanings. Yes, it's true, but we do not promote that in the show. We do not encourage it on the show. We do not get to that point. So if that's what you think, I'm sorry, but that is not the actual fact about the show. Okay.
Amen to them. Oh, now, by the way, one of your secret friends is here saying, "Let's go Chargers."
No. Like I can tell you, it's funny. A guy at the golf course, he knows I'm a Bronco fan. So he came up to me and he's like, "Hey, go Chargers!" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." And he takes off and goes plays his round of golf. Right? He comes back, and I saw him come in, and his name's Phil. I said, "Hey, Phil," I said, "Always nice seeing you, man." He goes, "Yeah, always great seeing you too, man." And then he was getting in his car, and I shut the door on him. I said, "Go Broncos." He goes, "You purposely did that." I go, "Yeah, I did." All right, we're going to back out of this. So this week's Jackass of the Week. So here we go. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
You suck, you jackass.
All right. Now,
before you go, TY Eagles, I live in Denver doing the Orange Crush area. Nice. Cheers to you, Ty.
Nice. Enjoy it. Love it. Sorry, dude.
Sorry about that. There you
click
go.
on. Let's see. So Rick Nichols, is that we haven't brought him up yet, have we?
Yeah, we have. Rick.
Okay. It says, really laughing out loud. Only a bonehead person would do that. I don't know if he's talking about the Jackass of the Week or somebody doing a show that's freaking hammered, which is not. I'm not going to be a Jackass of the Week, that's for sure.
He and Jerry are having a sub conversation about who's drunk or who's a jackass or enjoy that conversation.
You
Hopefully
know
you
what?
guys are having a good night.
Rick brought up a good point. That is not true. Okay. He can still turn his life around. Think about it. He can, but at 19 years old and you're making these kind of choices, wrong choices, consequential choices that can lead you into a dark, downsided road. Sure, you can. Absolutely, you could turn your life around, but you're going to need a lot of outside help. You're going to need a lot of prayers. You're going to need a lot of people who have a lot of faith background that could turn you into the right direction. Don't know if he has that. Don't know if he could have that or will look and seek that out. I don't know, but yes, he can. The issue is, does he want to? That's the key. Does he want to?
And the thing you have to also look at is he's going to have this mark against him. When you guys fill out applications for jobs, it says, do you have a felony conviction on your record? He's going to have to mark yes. So that's going to be something he has to now deal with and accept. Now,
and explain what it was.
Yeah. Now, he doesn't have it right now, but all this evidence, it's going to come down. And who knows? Juvie records are sealed. Does he have a juvie record that we may or may not know of that he was involved with? So we root for people, but I am not bash. I hope he and the kids can recover from this and make something out of themselves. The mother who made the decision to put them in this situation, no respect, zero respect.
Yeah.
I hope she goes away for a very long time.
Agreed. Moving on, Brad says, do you think that the Chiefs are done after both of our Broncos and Cowboys beat them? I think they're done for the season, but that's just my opinion. I can't say that yet. And here's why. The Chiefs have a baby easy schedule, easy schedule. Okay.
Very.
But listen to this. 3 tough games they have left of the 5. They have 5 games because they played yesterday. 3 of the 5 remaining games are at home. Who do you think they're against? Broncos, Chargers, Texans.
Texans.
Broncos, Chargers, Texans. 3 hardest games at home with the loudest fans in the entire NFL. You think it's going to be easy? Huh?
That NFL, that's the National Favoritism League where the Chiefs are on top.
So my thought to this, I was talking this with a coworker today at work. My thought is this. Do you think the NFL schedulers knew what they were doing when they put those games in Kansas City late in the season? Come on. Yeah. Do you think they knew what they were doing? Of course they did. The games on the road, guess where the games on the road are? Against the Tennessee Titans and against the freaking Raiders. Come on. Seriously? So if the Chiefs, I'm just saying this, guys, if the Chiefs in their last 5 games win 4 of the 5, meaning they beat the Titans, they beat the Raiders, they beat the Broncos, and they beat the Chargers, where does that leave Denver? Where does that leave Denver?
That leaves Denver still winning the division, but
but we have to. We've got Green Bay who beat Detroit, and we'll get into some of that in a minute. We got Green Bay who beat Detroit. We got Jacksonville who's beat the Chargers and playing strong.
But not
we got the Chiefs in Kansas City.
NFL we got to make sure that they win that one.
So that's 3 right there, dude. Out of our 6. We got the Commanders we better not take for granted. We got the Raiders we better not take for granted. And then we got the Chargers, the last game of the season at home, we better not take for granted. So it's not going to be an easy road. If the Chiefs win 4 of their last 5, the Broncos have to win at least 3 of the last 6.
Amen.
At least 3 of the last 6. Meaning the Commanders, the Raiders, and the Chargers. And lose to the Packers and the Chiefs and the Jaguars. That's not gonna be good. Who are you
So,
talking about?
Colin, I'm not sure when you came in what we were talking about. Were we talking about the jackass of the week and the mom who made her son, who's was an offensive lineman with the Georgia Bulldogs, basically commit crimes to help the family and is now no longer a part of the Georgia community. So that's what we were talking about.
Clayton
Hey,
Rod. Hey, guys. I say, hey, what's up? He said, smash that like button and share. Absolutely. Please do so, guys. Take the time out to hit the subscribe button. Hit if you like the show. Hopefully you do. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button. Share it with your family, your friends, your pets, your in-laws, your outlaws, whomever. We just appreciate you sharing what you like about the show, even what you don't like about the show. It's okay. We're an equal opportunity show. We invite everybody. So we really do appreciate your support.
Speaking of everybody, here's a Bears fan, Spritzker FR.
There you go.
Go Bears. Hey, you got a good win today against the Eagles. You now are the number 2 seed in the NFC. I mean, that soft last place schedule helped you. It helped us last year as Broncos. So the Bears, the Bears are one of those teams you waiting for them to play a playoff team and to really see if they can compete against the upper echelon. They've had a weak schedule so far this year, but good luck on the Bears.
Yeah. Clayton Rush says, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thank you so much. If you notice down the bottom right, we have a little turkey pulling a wagon. That's our little way of saying happy Thanksgiving. It's Spence's way of saying that wagon's full of his favorite Kona beer. But hey, whatever pleases you. Whatever pleases you. Ty Eagle says, thoughts on the Cowboys.
You know what? They have an offense that is potent. And it's interesting. They've lost some close games. They've had a few blowouts, but they're right there right now at 6-5-1. Let's see. The Detroit is the San Francisco is the 7th seed right now at 8-4. I mean, but also Philly losing gets you guys only a game and a half out of the playoffs for either a wild card or the division. So you've got a shot, but you've got to shore up some things on defense.
Yeah. But a little bit before that, he said, sorry, he didn't know he came in late. Listen, let me tell you something, Ty. What you can do is after the show's over, you can always look us up on MHRT Network. Go to YouTube and type in MHRT Network. The show will pop up. And just recently, recently aired, and it's been archived. So just go ahead and click on that. You can watch it from the very beginning. You won't be able to comment, obviously, because it will be recorded, but you will be able to see what we were talking about prior to you coming into the chat. So it's all good, man. You can catch us live now, and you can also watch us after the show is over. So it's all good, but really do appreciate your support, man. All right, here we go. A quarterback that the Denver Broncos could have had, but chose not to. Thank goodness. Listen to this. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. Minnesota Vikings are in a mess with often injured second-year quarterback in J.J. McCarthy. The Vikings can't really move on from him and can only eat crow. But can they afford to have a quote franchise quarterback consistently getting injured? Since 2010, this is interesting. This is mind-blowing, guys. We could have had this guy. If the Broncos would have chosen McCarthy, we could be in this situation, which would make the Russell Wilson, I'm sorry, Spence, look like child's play. listen to this. Listen, Spence. Since 2010, just 15 years ago, since 2010, only 3 first-round quarterbacks have had a passer rating under 65 in their first 6 starts. I'm going to go backwards. Zach Wilson, I put Zach Wilson because it's the other Wilson. Zach Wilson, 63.5.
Okay.
Gilbert, 60.3. Uh-oh. McCarthy, 57.9. 57.9 passer rating. And the Broncos miraculously didn't take him when they had the opportunity to get him. Wow. All I can say is thank goodness the Broncos brain trust in that war room had, I don't know what they had, whether they had some type of insight or something, but think about it. JJ McCarthy comes off of winning the national championship with Harbaugh, and everybody's clamoring over him. Oh, this guy's the next whomever. And he's 57.9 passer rating, third worst, or excuse me, the first being the worst, I should say, of the 3, with the first 6 starts in a career. Seriously? Wow. Look at what Bo Nix did in his first year as a Broncos quarterback, winning 10 games. Look where the Broncos are now, and look where the Vikings are with J.J. McCarthy. Holy smokes, did the Broncos dodge a major catastrophe with I was almost going to say a B word, but I just decided not to. All right. Way to go, Victor. I almost said a B word, which I'm not going to say, not biatch, but something that comes out of a gun. We dodged a tremendous catastrophe by not drafting J.J. McCarthy. What do you think about that whole mess in Minnesota?
So I had a buddy who worked for the Denver Broncos up until last year. He moved on to a different profession, so he's much happier. He showed me a copy at which I said I will delete the photo. I promise. Hey, I did delete the photo. This is how they rated the top 4 quarterbacks: Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Williams, McCarthy. Bo Nix was their number 2 quarterback in that draft in 2024. They wanted Bo Nix. They knew Jaden Daniels would go early. They knew McCarthy. They knew Williams would go early. They were hoping and they were plotting if they had to trade up to get Bo Nix. But thank you, Atlanta, for taking a quarterback that wasn't in the top 5. Oh, and thank you, Minnesota, for taking J.J. McCarthy, because, you only know that football exists east of the Mississippi River. The Broncos had their eyes set on probably the smartest of the 6 first-round quarterbacks drafted, the one with the most experience, the one who played in the SEC, who played in an incredible Pac-12 system up there in Oregon. J.J. McCarthy played in the Big Ten, which is typically a grinded-out football conference, typically. So to rely on him to win football games, you didn't see it. But you got a few glimpses in the playoffs and everything like that. Bottom line is this. The Broncos got who they wanted. Minnesota is going to have to make some decisions here in year 2 of 5. And it's going to be very, very, very interesting to see what comes up this upcoming offseason. I believe the Vikings are 4-7 and not looking good for the playoffs, Bill.
Right.
So this is a chance to make a business decision. They got to see what they have in this guy. They're going to throw him out there hurt or not hurt and see what they can get for him. But, I mean, here you are in halfway through season 2, and he's had what? 1 major injury and 2 defining injuries.
Now he's out. He's not even playing this Sunday because he's still in concussion protocol for the second time.
I know. There are some amazing people who've just been injury prone. And now, like I said, this offseason is going to be huge for Minnesota. What they have is this asset.
But they can't. They can't. Can they really draft another quarterback? What message would that send?
Or can they get some quarterback who's on his last legs, like I don't know, Cincinnati quarterback who's a backup now, who
Kirk Cousins again?
Not Kirk Cousins.
No, I'm just saying, should they get Kirk Cousins again?
No, because I don't think Kirk Cousins is coming back to Minnesota. He thought he was the man there, and they mistreated him.
Joe Flacco?
Maybe Joe Flacco comes in and teaches him.
But what message does that send to the organization is what I'm saying.
Therein lies the business question that people getting paid millions and millions of dollars have to make. You've almost seen 2 full seasons of this guy learning and not learning. What's going to happen now?
Brad says send JJ McCarthy to the witness protection program.
The Blue Bombers in Winnipeg could use him.
Oh my gosh, dude, that was cruel, man. That was cruel, but that was funny though.
But therein lies the question. I mean, do you have an asset who can withstand the pounding and the hard hitting and the day in, day out, play in, play out of the NFL?
Okay, well, my nephew Bobby, who I haven't seen in the chat, and it is Thanksgiving weekend, he's probably busy. But who was a quarterback they had last year that they sent to Seattle?
Oh, Darnold. Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Sam Darnold. He just told me yesterday that he wished Sam Darnold was still there because JJ McCarthy's not the answer. And that's a Vikings fan. And I can tell you, he's been a Viking fan his whole life. He's almost 39 years old, and he was born into a Viking family. So,
but the reason Minnesota went away from him was those last 4 games where Sam Darnold just went.
And JJ McCarthy's better.
But that's the decision people in high office and the executive branch of any NFL organization have to make.
But wouldn't it have made better sense to keep him, to have a competition between McCarthy and him, and in a, I don't know, preseason games, that kind of thing? I mean, wouldn't that make more sense than to just ship him off to Seattle and put all your eggs in one basket? To me, that makes sense.
But therein lies the business question. Minnesota, does that benefit Sam Darnold to come back to Minnesota and compete for the number 1 quarterback spot, or go to Seattle where he knows he's going to have the job? That's the decision Sam Darnold had to make.
And Victor Lap says when you draft them high, you got to play them.
You have to.
But if they're not ready, I mean, see, that's the thing. That's the problem I have with drafted quarterbacks really high up, is the expectation. Okay, you drafted the first round, you got to play them. Well, what if they suck? What if they constantly get hurt? You got to have to me, drafting a rookie. I just told this to one of the guys at the golf course the other day. You draft a quarterback in the first round. You can't expect them. It's like taking a child in elementary school, 3rd grade, and then all of a sudden giving them high school senior exams. They're going to fail. You can't do that. You've got to bring them along with baby steps. And by doing that, you have to have a very strong mentor quarterback in this situation, mentor quarterback to bring them along, show them how to do the ropes, show them what they need to do to be at that professional level. Because college is to me like an elementary student trying to learn high school. It's difficult. It's very different. The game is different. The speed is different. Everything's different. And unless you can grasp that at a very early stage, which very rarely happens, that's why you have drafted quarterbacks sit for a year or 2 behind a seasoned quarterback. They didn't do that in Minnesota. They also didn't do that in Denver. But thank goodness Bo Nix kind of grasped.
But welcome to the cutthroat business aspect that the NFL is today. I mean, back in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s, yeah, you could have draft a quarterback in the first round. You could have him maybe wait a full year, possibly two, and then he can take the reins. Now it's a cutthroat business where you draft them that high. You need return on your investment now, not next week, not next month, not next season, not 2 or 3 seasons after you draft them. You need it now, because you know what happens as a general manager, you draft him and he doesn't perform. He's out the door. And guess what happens to you as a general manager? You're looking for another job. Welcome to the cutthroat business of the NFL.
But see, that to me is preposterous, because what you're doing is you're setting yourself up to fail.
But what you're also telling your fans is, oh, it's okay. We're not going to do anything for the first 2 years for this quarterback. We'll be 6-11. We'll be 7-10. We won't make the playoffs. We won't do anything, fans. But be patient with us. Keep buying season tickets and all the merchandise. Keep buying everything. And come year 3, he'll come out there on the field after you spent thousands of dollars and got zero, nada.
Wow, you make good points. But on the flip side, if you throw him out there and he turns into a JJ McCarthy and can't stay on the field, then you've wasted. You wasted talent and you've wasted years at the same time.
Here's the choice: waste a first-round draft pick, draft better because you're higher up in the pit in the draft and try again, or waste 3 years of time, money, management, coaching staff, all those financial goals, your fans, your season ticket base going from here down to here because you can't make a good decision. That's the cutthroat business of the NFL. This is why blood pressure medicine is dominating all the front offices in the NFL, because you have to be able to have.
So it's whiskey.
That too. But you got to have. I didn't want to go to that route.
I just did.
I know you did. But this is why these people get paid the big bucks. I mean, let's go to King Hudson's comment right here. Bear down. You've got to bear down and make choices and decisions. They've done that. And look, they're 9-3 right now. Granted, they're playing a 4th place schedule and they haven't played any, quote, real playoff team yet in the upper echelon. But hey, they're 9-3. They had that first overall draft pick. You got Williams. Good luck. I mean, I've watched him play at USC many a times. Played okay against the under 500 and 500 teams, but any of the upper echelon, he was.
All right, I'm gonna go to a couple more comments, and then we'll move to the next topic.
This one, really? Okay. Well,
we will choke, or the Broncos will choke.
No, he says you guys will choke, either the Broncos or whoever. Well, thank you for supporting the channel. We appreciate you watching the show. And
I didn't know if it was us or not.
We'll make sure we wear our mouthpiece at night so we don't choke while we're sleeping and dreaming about Denver Broncos winning the Super Bowl.
High expectations. I ain't kind of going there. Going back to the Minnesota thing, Ty Eagles, says Flacco is winning everywhere he goes. He does. When he was on Denver, he won. We didn't win a whole. I mean, we didn't go to the playoffs for him, but we won games. Yeah. Joe Burrow did look like a superstar, I should say. I'd love to see. Yeah, I would love to see the Cincinnati Bengals. If it's not us, not this year, but down the road, I would love to see the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow have a chance of winning the Super Bowl. I really would. I felt bad for the Bengals twice going against the 49ers when they didn't really have a chance, although they did have the lead late in that one game.
Oh, yeah. And then the drive.
Man. It's like, oh, God. I was sick to my stomach. I really wanted the Bengals. Chris Collinsworth and who was their quarterback at the time? Cincinnati was.
Oh, no. That was Joe Montana.
No, Cincinnati quarterback.
Oh my God. I see his.
He would throw to Chris Collinsworth. Remember?
No, Chris Collinsworth had retired already.
No, he didn't. Chris Collinsworth was in the Super Bowls.
In both of them? Not. I don't think.
I don't know if he was in the second one. I know he's in the first one, but it's still the same quarterback.
The first one.
Still the same quarterback.
Eason. No, Eason.
Not Tony Eason.
Esiason. Boomer Esiason.
Boomer Esiason. That's it. That's it. Oh yeah, he used to be a commentator on the pregame shows. I haven't seen him in a while. Did they fire him or what?
Really, Greg? That's why I'm glad Sean Payton doesn't listen to you. Okay.
That's okay. Yeah. But you know what? It's okay because we don't get paid to we don't get paid by the Broncos for our comments anyways. Not yet. Mr. the Kid. Mr. the Kid said Bo Nix is really impressive. I would have to agree. Let's see how impressive he is. And I mean this is 2 weeks from this Sunday. We play the Green Bay Packers. Now I'll tell you what, that Micah Parsons blew up the Detroit line. And if the Broncos can't keep Micah Parsons outside of our backfield, if they can't keep him away from Bo Nix, I'll tell you what, it's going to be ugly. If Garrett Bowles cannot stop him, that'll be a test. That'll be a real test to see if Garrett Bowles can stop him.
Why haven't they wasted time? I'm not sure, but I appreciate your next comment. And yeah, the whiskey shots for all. Yeah, whiskey shots for everybody.
Silent 37 says, laughing out loud, Super Bowl? Yeah, definitely high dreams. I agree. I'm not saying Super Bowl at all. All I'm saying is let's make the playoffs. Let's win the division. Let's get the first round bye and then see where things go from there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And you know what? It's okay to have dreams. We all have them. Just make sure there's something that benefits the world and the community at hand.
I would totally agree with that, Ty Eagles. I would totally agree. Micah Parsons is the closest thing to Lawrence Taylor. Absolutely. That guy is a beast. Although I will include one other person in there, and we will talk about that person in just two more topics. I'm not going to mention his name because I want you guys to listen, but it definitely is in the same category, in the same sentence as Micah Parsons and Lawrence Taylor. Absolutely. All right.
You know what? I got to agree with Mr. the Kid. Whoa. Pump the brakes. Only one LT. You know what? LT was a unique individual for his time. Not saying it, but he's close to it as to being able. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is this. LT had his generation. Micah Parsons has his time.
There we go.
The person I'm going to talk about in the second or next to the last topic is in his time. All I'm saying is that's why people ask me, who would you say is the greatest quarterback ever in the NFL? You cannot say that. It's an impossibility. And the main reason why it's an impossibility is because every generation and every NFL collective 8 or 10 seasons, things change, rules change, players change. You got faster guys on the defensive line than you ever have had. The refrigerator Perry would look like a mother freaking teacup compared to some of these guys. I mean, that dude was big. I'm not trying to diminish it, but what I'm saying, I mean, refrigerator Perry was like a beast for that particular decade. You look at guys now, 300 some odd pounds, and they're running fast. They're chasing down running backs. It's ridiculous. You cannot say that Joe Montana was better than Johnny Unitas, or you can't say that John Elway wasn't as good as Patrick Mahomes. You can't say that. Those are different generations, different situations. Now, somebody says, who do you think's the greatest quarterback of the 80s? Okay, that's a different story. But you can't say who's the greatest quarterback or the greatest running back of all time. Things are different. Defenses were different. Gale Sayers is in the Hall of Fame. never rushed for 2,000 yards a season, never went to a Super Bowl, never won a Super Bowl, never was a Super Bowl MVP, and never was the league MVP. Terrell Davis was, but it took forever to get Terrell Davis in the Hall of Fame. I don't know why. But anyways, I digress.
Vic, I respect your opinion. Brady's the GOAT. Argue with the wall. Yeah, you know what? He's the GOAT.
Okay, now if you're talking Super Bowls, yes. If you're talking Super Bowls
if we're
over a lifespan, yes.
But if we're talking total talent, maneuverability, I can't. I really can't. There's other quarterbacks that have it. If you want to talk rings, okay, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk complete talent across the board, then we could have a great argument for that. But you know what? I got to toast Jack. How we doing?
Get up. What is up? Happy belated Thanksgiving. Same to you, my friend. Same to you. Hope everything was wonderful at your household. And I hope you had a fantastic, hope everybody out there to chat. You guys have been fantastic like always. You're very engaging tonight. I love it. You guys have the energy, the passion. It's electric. I don't know about you, Spence, but I can feel it. It's really good tonight.
I like this. I like it. And you want to know something? We love hearing varying opinions in favor of Broncos, not in favor of the Broncos, this topic, that topic. Bring it on. We love having people, and we want to show everybody's comments and acknowledge everybody as much as we can. So thank you very much, chat, and everybody being a part of the show. We really appreciate it.
How about this one? Brad says, am I the only person that says no, Brady is not the greatest?
I agree with you.
On what grounds? You on what grounds? You just got to saying he's the greatest quarterback of all time. Now you're saying no.
No, I did not say he's the greatest. I said he was the greatest of his generation.
Okay.
But the greatest of all time, you can't.
Ooh.
Hang on.
LA Chargers quarterback is the best quarterback in the league right now. Based on what? And I'm not saying Bo Nix is. I'm not saying Bo. I'm just saying, wait a minute. Based on what? Just saying. Based on what?
And Bill knows.
All right, I got to do this.
I had to. Come on, that was too easy.
That was too easy. Okay, but I'm just trying to figure out based on what. I mean, fine. If you got stats that say, okay, he's passer rating is 115 average, you know, what I mean, whatever it may be, you know, but you can't say it. I mean, based on what? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Victor Knopf says, Ty, sorry, disagree.
Yeah,
I agree.
And you know what? We could do an entire show talking about generational quarterbacks across the board. But
speaking of generational quarterbacks, great segue, dude.
Let's do it.
Speaking of generational quarterbacks, Cowboys ride the Broncos. Well, you know what? A Bronco is a horse, and a Cowboys ride horses. Yeah, it's a good one. I like that one.
That's a good one. Joe, just remind me quickly, what was the final score between the Broncos and Cowboys earlier this year?
Well, the Cowboys did ride the Broncos that day, but we kicked them off. We bucked them off. Okay. We're down to the last three topics, and here we go. Okay. Bo Nix has the most, speaking of greatest quarterback, or what was that comment? Best quarterback in the league. Hang on. Bo Nix has the most fourth quarter comeback wins in the NFL this year. No. Most fourth quarter comebacks in NFL his first year. No. Most fourth quarter comeback wins in NFL history of any player in his first two seasons with 8. Nix is third on the Broncos team history behind guess who? Peyton Manning,
Yep.
John Elway. So there you go. Bo Nix in his first 6 games. First 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
6 games was a different story there. First 2 seasons has 8 fourth quarter comeback wins. Now, John Elway was always known, or a lot of people knew him knew of him as being the greatest fourth quarter comeback in Bronco history, which he is. He's the number one Broncos come from behind quarterback in Broncos history. Peyton Manning is number 2. Bo Nix in his second season, number 3. Come on, guys. Tell me, anybody out there in chat or yourself, Spence, tell me any other quarterback the Broncos could have ever drafted when they got Bo Nix. And by the way, guys, just in case you don't remember, Bo Nix is the first ever Broncos quarterback drafted to do this exact feat. No other quarterback the Broncos have ever drafted, because they didn't draft Peyton Manning and they didn't draft John Elway. John Elway was drafted by the Colts. Ironically, Peyton Manning played for the Colts. Bo Nix is the only Broncos quarterback ever drafted that has had this success. That is absolutely amazing. What do you think, Spencer?
I think this is the experience you look for and the Broncos saw in Bo Nix. 2 years in an SEC conference team, 2 years at a highly competitive Pac-12 team. He had the background, he had the knowledge, he had the experience. Father was a quarterback. He had all the training, just needed to have the magic. And he's developed that fourth quarter magic. This is something. Yes, we're frustrated as Bronco fans that we don't see what we see in the fourth quarter through the first 3 quarters of every single game. I'm over with
Tebow.
Oh, stop it. But you want to know something? When it counts, the fourth quarter, that's where the magic happens. What Bo Nix has told us Bronco fans is no matter how far down or behind we can get, a win is always attainable. So don't give up hope. And yes, we've had a little magic here and there, but that is the culture we're developing here with the Broncos right now. That is the team chemistry, that next man up, never give up, keep fighting, keep pushing. It's going to happen. We believe. And that comes from the leadership of Bo Nix, Sean Payton, and the Penner Group. So watch out, AFC. The Broncos are coming. Whether they can do it this year or not, who knows?
Mr. Palat, we bring everybody up because you all got opinions and we're not going to discriminate. Really? I'm not gonna, you guys can read it. You guys can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, what that tells me, I'll put it this way. What he was referring to as Bo genitals, put it that way. And it rhymes with Nix. Anyways, that being said, you know what? You know what that tells me?
He's tells me and attention.
Possibly, but that also tells me jealousy, because apparently he's not a Broncos fan or a Bo Nix. It's okay. It's totally okay. You can say and feel how you want, but stats don't lie. Stats don't lie. I don't make this stuff up, guys. You can go look it up anywhere on the internet. You can dive in as deep as I do into all of these different sports apps that I have and all the connections and different connections and whatnot that I have. If you can find them, great. But I don't make this up. Do I, Spence? Do I make any of this up?
No, you don't. And you know what, Mr. Palad? Thank you for watching the show. We appreciate your comments. Graphic as they are, we appreciate you making a comment and being part of the show. And you know what? Thank you. We move on. At the very beginning of the show, what are the 3 things I say? Brought to you with emotion,
motion, passion, and what's the last thing I say? Honesty.
Honesty.
I don't make this stuff up. And this show would not exist if neither Spence nor I were honest. That's for sure.
Fade Master, thank you. You all have a good season. I love it for y'all. I appreciate. Thank you so much, Fade Master. Welcome to the show. Appreciate.
Now I got a question. Twice he said you all. So I'm wondering, is he from the South? Is he in the South, or is he out here in the West Coast area and just has that I don't want to say that
dialect.
Yeah, there you go. That's what yeah. So I just wondered. Interesting. Atlanta Falcon fan. All right. My brother-in-law and sister live in Georgia. I won't say where, but they live in Georgia, and they're huge Falcons fans. So good. Nice to see you in the chat, man. Really, really happy to have you on board, man. Appreciate it.
Hopefully you guys can put some momentum together and challenge the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the division title.
Jack, you're missing a point. Derek Carr had 20 comeback wins in the first 7 seasons for Broncos. Bo Nix has 8 in the first 2 seasons. So give him what?
So that average
4 more seasons, he'll pass 20.
So Derek Carr averaged a little less than 3 comebacks in 7 seasons. Bo Nix has averaged a little more than 4 comebacks in 2 seasons.
I mean, I love you, Jack. I do. I love you, man. But okay, we'll give you that. That's 20. But I'm just going by what the NFL record is, the NFL history. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Joe, really? In playoffs, 1 and done. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, hang on. As of right now, we're going to get this, but he brought this up. As of right now, it would be New England has a bye. As of right now, New England has a bye. It would be the Wagons, the Chargers at Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Jacksonville at Indy.
Yep.
Buffalo at Denver.
If the game was in Buffalo, I'd be concerned. But if it's in Denver, sorry, Josh Allen, you're not winning in Denver.
But you know what? There's 6 games left. Anything can change. If Denver gets the number 1 seed, guess who plays Buffalo? New England. Not us. So, hey, anything can happen. We can say what we want now. 6 games is a month and a half worth of football. That's a lot of football left.
Interesting comment here. I like this one. Ty Ingles. Do you guys believe that coaches make a difference? In 2 ways, yes. One, they give the power of leadership to the players to develop the culture and to put together a team chemistry.
Well, that depends on the coaches. You got some dominant.
I was going to say, the coaches who take that approach. The coaches who don't take that approach, like what you're seeing in Tennessee, like what you're seeing in Miami, like what you're seeing in other places, where they're not empowering the players to develop a culture to take those next steps together. That's one of the differences. The other difference are these coaches actually teaching these guys not how to be better football players on the field, but also off the field. That's where coaching can make a difference.
Hey, Ty says, I was a Broncos fan when I was stationed at Fort Carson, excuse me.
Carson. Oh, wow.
Back in the day. Okay. So why are you not a Bronco fan now? Did you move to Philadelphia or did you move to Pennsylvania or what's the deal? Just wondering.
Or did you marry an Eagles fan or have a girlfriend who's an Eagles fan?
Why does that matter?
Because he might.
You really marry a Raiders fan. What are you talking about?
Well, stuff happens. Hey, remember, what's the 2 most important words when you get married?
Yeah, but it's funny. It's funny you're trying to say, okay, well, you're trying to give him, well, maybe I'm married to this person, maybe it's a girlfriend. And then I point out who you married, and you're like, oh, well, that's different.
No, but hey, what's the two most important words you have to always say when you get married? Yes, dear.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
What if she would come to you? I'm not gonna say her name. What if she would come to you and say, you know what? Let's say the Raiders do really well overall in the next 5 years, and just do what they did back in the Madden days when Madden was head coach. And she goes, you know what? I really want you to start cheering for the Raiders because that's my team and we're doing great. But whoa. I never thought it would go that way. You better not show this video to her. Your mom's been watching this, by the way.
Oh, trust me, I'm always in trouble 24/7.
Anyways, moving on. Ty says, "Happy wife, happy life." Not after that comment. Not after that comment, dude. I can't believe you did that, dude.
It slipped. I had to readjust it. It slipped.
Speaking of slipping, let's slip right into the next segment. How about it? Oh, before you're divorced on air. She walks in there. We're done. Okay, this is fantastic. In a sad way, it's heartwarming because I love this guy. I have his jersey. Absolutely love this guy. But it's sad because he so much wants to be back in Denver. So much wants to be back in Denver. Am I talking about Justin Simmons?
No.
Not really. This guy is, in my opinion, the reason why the Denver Broncos won Super Bowl 50. Here it is. Von Miller said he hates playing against the Broncos because of the love he has for the team. He said, and I quote, this is eye-opening, guys. He said, and I quote, "It's like an ex-girlfriend that he would see and has to act like he doesn't miss her." He also said, and I quote, "When he watches NFL games when he's not playing, he watches the Denver Broncos games because he still feels part of the team. I wonder," end quote. "I wonder how he will feel come Sunday night when the Broncos play the Washington Redskins." I mean, Commanders, that he is on that team. I wonder how he's going to feel then. Can you imagine a guy who played 11 seasons for the Denver Broncos, was MVP of Super Bowl 50. I have his jersey with the MVP or Super Bowl patch on. He loves the Denver Broncos that much. He still has a home in Denver. He still communicates with the Broncos players, wants to come back and retire as a Denver Bronco. I hope the Broncos ownership group does the right thing when Von Miller is ready to hang it up and call it a career, that the Broncos sign him to at least a one-day contract and allow him to retire as a Denver Bronco. If they don't, I will be forever bitter towards this organization and this ownership for not doing the right thing in honoring Von Miller, who single-handedly, and go back and watch that game, guys. If you haven't seen it in its entirety, go back and watch that game. Von Miller single-handedly won Super Bowl 50, and that's why he was MVP. Von Miller loves the Denver Broncos, wants to be retiring as a Denver Bronco. And for him to say that on his days that he's not playing, or it's an off day or a bye week or whatever it is, he's watching the Broncos over any other game. Wow. Does that speak volumes? And he said he still feels part of the team. Spence, I don't know what else to say about this loyalty of a player I've never heard of before, other than maybe John Elway, who loves the Broncos as well. That is amazing, amazing feeling from a guy who gave everything to this organization.
You know, we talked about this during the offseason about Von Miller, and I had said and pushed, Von Miller should come to the Broncos because the defense is becoming elite, and Von Miller would be able to take that stepping stone to being kind of on playing his last games on field and maybe taking the stepping stone into coaching. But he went with Washington because maybe he felt Washington had a better chance of making the Super Bowl than the Broncos. A decision I think he is publicly.
But were the Broncos ever going to bring him back?
The Broncos made an offer. The Broncos tried to bring him back. They wanted him to be a part of the team, and he went with.
Maybe he didn't feel he'd be a starter.
That, or maybe he felt that the Broncos weren't in a position to compete for a Super Bowl compared to.
Was that when we had Sean Payton or before Sean Payton?
This was Sean Payton. This was our offseason, this most recent offseason. I think Von Miller regrets making the decision with going with the Commanders, Redskins, instead of going with the Denver Broncos. It's probably a regret that he'll never publicly say. But if he had come to the Denver Broncos, he would have been part of an elite defense. He would have been a educator, a teacher, and probably been able to take that first step into coaching after retirement. Now that he's with Washington, he's not getting all the accolades or getting all that training or getting all those steps that he wanted to take. Now, next season.
Hang on, sir. Can you imagine him on one side with Malcolm Roach on the other side? With Nick Benito in the middle.
Benito.
Holy smokes, dude!
But can you imagine if Roach or Benito got hurt, Von Miller could step in and be a part of this? Could you imagine all the wisdom he is passing off to the rest of the defense? And can you imagine the training he would be getting from Sean Payton to be a coach if he had come to the Broncos? You know, my wife, I love her to death, does woulda, coulda, shoulda to me all the time. As she's looking at me right now with that look like, I'm not doing that. Yes, you do that to me, honey. And I love you to death.
It's the beer talking.
It's not the beer talking.
She can say hi if she wants to.
No, she doesn't want to.
She can say hi if she wants to.
She's still.
Just
we're all
put her
trying.
hand in like that.
Can you put your hand in?
Hold on. Yeah,
No, just put your hand in and say hi.
It's just Bill, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
It's everybody.
Oh yeah, no, I'm in pajamas. I'm in pajamas.
So yeah,
Yeah, special.
It's I think it's a lot of regret he has right now because he could have been part of something very special. And you know what? We all make mistakes. We all make decisions. He made the decision based on, at the time in the offseason, who had the higher ceiling in June and July and August for making the Super Bowl. I mean, here come the Commanders came off a NFC championship championship visit, getting blown out by Philadelphia, but they had all the optimism, everything they're going their way. The Broncos were just trying to build a defense, and we're getting assets, and we're getting better and better. But could they take that next step? So Von Miller, I hope he makes a decision to come back to the Broncos for 2026, maybe to be the symbolic player to play a few downs, but also take that next step into being a coach.
I agree. We got a new person. Brian, bring him up. Kevin Underwood said, it's a lot of football to go. Anything can happen in sports. I always have been a John Elway Broncos fan and Joe Montana San Francisco fan. Happy holidays. Thank you so much, man. I'll tell you what,
Kevin.
Those are two of the greatest quarterbacks in their generation. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Montana, Super Bowl champion, obviously. John Elway, Super Bowl champion. Just fantastic teams of their era, no doubt.
Fade Master asks thoughts on Kevin Stefanski. I think that's the coach of the Cleveland Browns. He's got a he's got a tough situation. I don't think he really wanted to have Sanders on his team. And even though they've got a great defense, that organization does not have a direction right now. And I say this humbly, wouldn't be surprised if there's a transition at the end of the season. Wouldn't be surprised if Kevin stays on and tries to build something. It just seems like the Cleveland Browns are a mess, and I don't know who's going to be able to help them out.
Wow. Thanks so much, Ty Eagles. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Guys, you both are great. Thank you for the chat. Go show. Wow. Thank you so much, man. Really do appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Please, please do that. It lets everybody else know that you like the show, and it means a lot. Big Tex, thank you so much for being in chat. Says Broncos fan here. If I were an opposing team, I would not only be afraid of Sean Payton in the cold season, but the squad. Exciting stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Broncos are playing well, obviously. Playing well, but there's a lot.
Playing well.
Lot of games left, man. 6 left. So yeah, Jack Kennedy says, says, would you stop?
Sorry, I was trying to help you out.
I know. Says, I feel the same way of Khalil Mack talking about Von Miller. Came back to the Raiders in 2026. I agree. Says Spence number 3. And Popoliski. Yo, would you guys rather watch trees grow or knees grow? Knees grow. I think that might have been a little twisting there. Anyways, going to the last. It's showing 2 topics, but they tie in together, guys. This is the very last topic that will be segued into combined. So here it is.
Hey, Crocs Garden Godsend. Pleasure.
Hello. Thank you so much. Where are you from? What state? What county? What country? Could be in a different country. We've had people from Germany. We've had people from Australia. People from Canada. So let us know what state you're from. You don't have to say the city. You can just say the state. And if you're outside the United States, let us know what country you're in. Really do appreciate it. All right. Last topic, A and B segment. Here it is. With the Broncos having a 2-game lead with 6 games to go, and the Chiefs losing to the Cowboys yesterday, Thanksgiving Day, they fall 3 games back. It's the Wagons, Chargers, that are 2 games back. Denver can't take any team lightly. Leading into taking that thought, going into this, with just 6 games left in the regular season, Denver can't afford to take any team lightly, even if their opponent's starting quarterback isn't playing due to injury. The push for the AFC West top spot begins on Sunday night in primetime against the Washington Redskins. Commanders. They are not playing Jaden Daniels. They're playing Marcus Mariota at quarterback. Do the Broncos take this game lightly, knowing that the Commanders are not really in the playoff push? They're kind of around the bubble, but they're not really strong enough. Do the Broncos take this game lightly? It's in Washington. It's in prime time. And it's not the Commanders' starting quarterback. Do the Broncos look at this and go, hey, this is a cakewalk, guys. All we got to do is show up. We're 9-2. Come on, man. This is the easy win. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Or is this a trap game?
I would say this. It's a test of who they really are. The Broncos this year have played up to their competition, and they have played down to their competition. Games that we think we should have won by double digits. California.
Those
games we
hot
should have won by double digits, we win by 3 or 4 points. games where we thought we're probably going to lose, we come back and win. So I see it as a close game. I'm going to tell you right now, the point spread is the Broncos are favored by 5.5. My final score is Denver 19, Washington 13. I think it's going to be closer than people expect or anticipate. But I think the Broncos are just going to do enough to get by, get the victory, and get out of town.
19-13, really?
Yes.
So you're saying a touchdown,
And
10,
4 field
13,
goals.
16, and 4 field goals?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I have it completely opposite. Completely
tell.
opposite. I have it. Well, first off, let me preface it this way. The Broncos are 9-2. If they're real serious about winning the AFC West, knowing full well that the Wagons, Chargers, are 2 games behind, and the Chiefs are now 3. But the Broncos have to play both of those teams down the road. The Chargers, the last game of the season, the Chiefs on Sunday, Thursday, Christmas night. That being said, those are going to be 2 tough games. Broncos have the last game at home. Yes, it could come down to that. But the Chiefs game on Christmas is probably a referee deciding game in favor of the Chiefs. We're just going out. So that being said, if the Broncos are serious about winning the AFC West and hopefully getting a first round bye, they have to win games they're expected to win. I think they're a 7.5 point favorite on this game.
5.5.
That's it. Oh, it dropped to 5.5. Okay, so 5.5 point favorite, which means they're favorite, obviously. So they can't look at that and say, "Oh, well, all we got to do is show up." No, you need to play the games that are on the schedule. Doesn't matter if the team that you're playing is less of competitive that you've been used to, like the Chiefs or whomever else they played. You've got to play the teams that are on your schedule, and you have to play every game that means everything. If the Broncos come out and lay an egg in the first 3 quarters and expect to come out in the fourth and win it like they did the Giants, that doesn't happen every day of the week. Okay? It just doesn't happen. I mean, the Broncos set an NFL record, 33 points in the fourth quarter without scoring any points in the first 3. That's never happened before. Can't rely on that. If the Broncos come out sluggish and the Commanders come out strong, this game is in jeopardy. I have it with just 1 field goal by the Broncos.
Okay.
But I have 3 touchdowns by them as well. Denver 24, Washington 16. And the reason why I give it an 8-point differential is because I really think if PS2 comes back and plays like PS2 on their number 1 receiver, who is also coming back off an injury, he's coming back and playing in this game, that I think PS2 is going to light it up, and the Broncos, it's going to be a tight game. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's going to be a tight game, but I think the Broncos will win it by 8. And the reason why they win it by 8 is because the Broncos defense will hold the Redskins, Commanders, to 3 field goals. They'll give up a touchdown, but they'll give up 3 field goals to make it 24-16. There you go.
Amen. And you know what? I got to give a shout out to my good friend Emmett Power, who's watching right now. His his sister Caitlin just gave birth to their first child, to Gemma Kate Stewart.
Congratulations.
There's a new, hopefully, Bronco fan will try to get
I got to
her.
do this. Congratulations.
So, Caitlin, if you're watching the replay, congratulations. I did say she would be a Thanksgiving baby, so yikes.
Yeah, 1 day later, it's okay.
1 day late, but it's all right.
Hey, you know what? Every 7th year or 6th year, depending on leap year or something, her birthday will be on Thanksgiving because it shifts.
Wait a minute. Hang on.
Whoa,
Hang on.
big text.
Hang on. Big text.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that super chat. That $5 super chat. Really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. You know what? We're going to keep that up there for the rest of the show because, Spence, you got to read down the names as we close out the show. Thanks so much, guys, for being a part of it. It's been fantastic. Every single week, you guys show up, and you guys are absolutely amazing, and we greatly appreciate it. Spence, take us home with the people that were in the chat.
Oh, my God. This is going to be a long one, Bill. So ready, on your marks, get set. Here we go. Victory lap. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Doug Strader, appreciate your comments.
It ain't going to be that fast if you're going that.
Teresa Rohart, we appreciate it. Uncanvas, thank you very much.
He owns the network. Be good.
The boss. Clinton Brown, thank you so much. David Yonkin, really appreciate your comments. Being a subscriber, and I think David Yonkin's also a member.
Yep, he's the first member.
Thank you, David Yonkin.
Thank you for being a member.
If you want to be a member, go to our homepage. Great memberships available. We appreciate all your support. Larpa, thank you very much for being a part of the show. Andrew Means, appreciate your comments. Kendall Gillian, thank you so much. Purdy Good, San Francisco fan, love the nickname, appreciate it. Mark C2X5J, thank you so much. Vegas, thank you so much for being part of the show. Otto Truder 2000, thank you very much for being a part of the show. Autodex 2001, also being a part of the show. Jackie MLB, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Cairo, appreciate your comments and being part of the show. Wolf Baby Oil, yeah, your comments were not great, but thank you for being part of the show. Brad Harrigan, thank you so much for being part of the show. Chris Gonzalez, thank you for being part of the show. Mike 075, appreciate you being part of the show.
I never know what you're going to say, dude.
Bob Pryor, thank you for being part of the show. Dwayne BTO, thank you for being part of the show. Jeffrey Figueroa, appreciate your comments. Rich Nichols, thank you so much for being part of the show. Yes, it just keeps going on and on and on.
And is filing divorce papers as we speak.
I can hear it coming. Cooper Allison, thank you for being part of the show. Azura 3300. Yes, go Boise State. Thank you for being part of the show. Arnell DG, thank you for being part of the show.
Oh my
Robert
gosh.
Overbay, thank you so much. Charger 77, thank you for being one of Bill's close friends and being a part of the show.
What you talking about, Willis?
He was a Charger fan.
I know.
Jerry V3W4M. Yes, one of us is not drunk. We're both fine. We can talk normally.
None of us is.
We have a great dialect. Dorian 2371, thank you so much. Ty Eagles, who's in Denver, thank you so much. By the way, we don't know why you have the Eagles insignia. Is it because of the wife? I think you said happy wife, happy life. Yep, we get it. We understand it. Brits FR, thank you for being part of the show. King Hudson, thank you for being part of the show. The Masrod, thank you for being a part of the show. Gregory Miller, thank you for your comments. Silent 37, thank you so much. Mr. The Kid, being a Bo Nix fan, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Jack Kenna, we appreciate you being part of the show, being on the show, and having your input. We always valued it. Joe N 1761. Oh, by the way, Joe, the final score was Denver Broncos 44, Cowboys 24 earlier this year. Broncos won that game. Thank you for being part of the show. Mr. Polarad, your comments were maybe a little out of bounds, but thank you for being part of the show. Fade Master, y'all's comments were really good. Thank you for being part of the show. Kevin Underwood, a San Francisco 49er fan, thank you for being part of the show. Big Tex 173, a Broncos fan, being part of the show. Papolitsky.
And the super chat. And the super chat.
Big Tex. I was going to save that for the final
sorry.
one. That's all right.
But you got a Hunter. Did you get him?
I'm working on it. There's still more coming.
I know.
PayPal Skill, thank you for being part of the show. Crocs Godsend here in California, thank you for being part of the show. Lloyd Keaton, I know we didn't get to your comments, but he's a Dallas fan. Thank you for being part of the show. Thomas Tyler, thank you for being part of the show. We really appreciate it. Hunter Tranks, the Chiefs are better. No, they're not. We beat them. But you know what? The NFL is going to make sure you guys cheat on Christmas Day and get a win. So, yeah, we all got lucky.
Be nice
but
to the
scoreboard,
chat people. Be nice.
I know.
Be nice.
But we respect the Chiefs fan. I got to
Yeah.
respect them because my daughter's a Swiftie. I mean, a Chiefs fan. So, Lamb, T4, go Cowboys. Thank you for being part of the show. Big Tex, I want to end the show by saying thank you very much. We really appreciate your support. It goes to
Absolutely.
Bill's Beer Fund so that he can donate to the rest of this channel. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the super chat, and thank you for being part of the show. Bill, take it away from all 52 people who made comments during this show.
Wow, 52 people. You guys, you've been amazing. I don't know what to say. You guys have absolutely been fantastic. You always are. You guys are the best. Have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your Thanksgiving weekend. Wherever you may be, whatever you may be doing, be safe. Enjoy the Broncos game against the Reds. Commanders, Sunday night, prime time. May the Broncos win and keep solid possession of the AFC West. Guys, until we talk to you next Friday, we are Broncos Buzz. You guys are the backbone of the show. We love you. See you next Friday. Bye-bye.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast